Yo guys, welcome back to a new update on Bitcoin. Today is the 12th of August. As you can see, we already drew some lines. That's because my recording did some shitty works and I have to do it again. So let's take a look at the price action. Let's start with, one second, where is the... Oh, let's start with a higher time frame. Let's say this is perfect. The 1 day time frame. As you can see, we have a small uptrend here. I don't think that's very significant. I think it's just a pullback into the supply zone here. I think that this uptrend is like the same as this uptrend. We will probably see some move into the supply zone. I had this line drew a few weeks back, and it's playing out pretty nicely. It hasn't been so sharp as I drew it, but I think we will just go into the supply zone at 28, 29k maybe, and from there we will just go down. In my opinion, we won't see any big uptrend this year. Perhaps end of the year we can see a little bit of an uptrend, but in my opinion, I just think we are at least till next year, middle next year, we won't see anything very significant. Of course, if some news breaks, like some crazy inflation decrease or whatsoever, then maybe that could be a bullish catalyst. I don't think it will. I think it just needs, the market still needs to cool off. I think the real pain hasn't been there yet, and I think we will eventually go to like 15, 14k or something whatsoever, a bit in this area. So that's my idea on the higher time frame. I think, like I said, probably into the supply zone and then move further downward, find the demand lower here. Let's look at the lower time frame. This is where we started. This is my expectation right now. Let's see, let's go to 6 hour. Okay, yeah. As you can see, we broke this parabolic move. If we start taking out these lows, we will probably see a lot of lows getting taken out. So these are the lows that I'm watching. Here's the liquidity. In my opinion, if we start taking out this, then we'll probably go down from way further to 70k maybe, or 18, 17k. But I think we first see some explosive move upward into the 28, 27k, like I said before. So this is the supply zone that we saw on the 1 day time frame. So I think we can see a big movement into here, and from there a sharp move back into the range and further down. That's just my expectation. That's just what I think is logical, especially in these times, in these economic times in the world, and these uncertain times. That's just what I'm thinking. Of course, it's not necessary. It doesn't have to happen necessarily. We could also be very bullish and make so explosive move into there, a little bit of a pullback, retest of the range, and from there, let's make it a bit nicer because this looks absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, so we could also see like a little bit of consolidation, explosive move into the supply zone, maybe a pullback into the retest of the range high, and from there a move further upward into 30, 35k, this area. Yeah, that's also a possibility. I don't think that will happen. Like I said, I think we go into the supply zone, and from there we will find demand lower, below this low, because we're still in a downtrend, and until we break this high, we ain't really seeing a big uptrend, in my opinion. Okay, so yeah, that's about it. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin dominance as well. Maybe some, as you can see, Ethereum is actually looking way better than Bitcoin. It's looking way better. That's a very strong move. I haven't really watched Ethereum. As you can see, we had a very nice liquidity grab, and from there they move into this high. If you can break this high, maybe we can even look at 2500, 2.5k, yeah, around this area. That looks very interesting actually. Okay, so the Bitcoin dominance is, I haven't checked this chart in a while, but that's wild. We had a big rejection here, that I expected. from here. I expected a bounce. We didn't see a bounce. We actually, that's pretty crazy. So what this is saying, like this whole decrease in Bitcoin dominance, although the price of Bitcoin is like stalling. I mean, it had a bit of an increase, but it's not that big. That means that money is either flowing into altcoins, so money leaving the Bitcoin market but going into altcoins, or money leaving the market in its whole. That's also a possibility. But as you can see, altcoins have been pretty nice actually. This SPX. Never mind. It looks shit. Yeah, Cosmos also pretty nice move. Yeah, 6. Yep, looks good. If we can overcome this, then the Cosmo Atom is looking very nice too for a trade. Okay, so it's Bitcoin dominance. So Bitcoin update. Let's keep it with Bitcoin. Like I said, I expect a sharp move into the supply zone here, 28, 29k, and from there a move further downward. Okay, so if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll try to answer them. If my ID changes, then I'll also update you. And if anything very significant happens, then I'll also update you. Okay guys, bye bye.